And I want to just play for you guys a little clip from one of the personal development books that not only has most shifted my life, but I go back to it all the time. If you're ever driving with me and you get in my car, don't be surprised when you hear, "Excuse me, your life is waiting" by Lynn Grabhorn playing. I play it over and over again. And I will tell you, I have probably listened to it in its full in completion. I listen to different chapters often. I could probably narrate it for her, but I definitely have listened to it in its completion at least 11 times in the full book, but I go back to the chapters. And I was listening to a chapter today and I was like, I want to go through this exercise with people because it's something that I've really gotten back to very recently. But I'm going to play you a little bit of the audible of "Excuse me, your life is waiting." If you've read this book or you've listened to it, will you drop a
called? I know I was going to go on it.
Energy, right? So let's say you think about that.
Can you guys hear it?
Now, this time, instead of staying in those old, forget it feelings, you create a new script to paste a fresh, high vibration over the old one. Now, creating a new script is nothing more than making up a grand little daydream and stepping into it emotionally. And that's the important part. You got to get into your daydream emotionally, or you're just blowing hot air. You're concocting a present time, whimsical narration about your one. Spoken out loud. Writing is second choice, by the way. Now, it must never, never be about what is going to happen, only about what has or is happening now. And you make the telling of this so real that you can just taste it. Remember, you got to feel the passion behind every word, because without the new feelings, you'll have no vibrational change. It's those intoxicating emotions behind your words.
One of the things that I love most about and I hope you could hear that, but one of the things that I love most about this book is that she talks about visualization. She talks about the emotion behind it. She talks about locking in on a vision and feeling what it feels like, smelling, hearing, tasting, feeling. And she talks about the state of buzzing and excitement. She specifically talks about holding on to that feeling for 17 seconds, which doesn't sound like a long time, but I challenge you to set a timer and get yourself into this buzzing state. You're 6 years old, and if you celebrate Christmas, it's the night before Christmas, or it's the night before the first night of Hanukkah, or whatever you celebrate that gets you jazzed up, or that feeling, that childlike excitement and that buzzing state. Do you guys all know, nod your head if you know what I mean by the buzzing inside of it? It's like, I am so excited. I feel it. For me, I was getting buzzing today when I was imagining, and really what I'm imagining is leaders calling me saying how excited they are about the team growth. I literally just got this feeling of when I got this message from Anne the other day talking about her getting a phone call that the Costa Crushers were going to Costa Rica, that they'd earned that trip with this final push, and that feeling, that buzzing of what that feels like and holding it. So I asked Katie McGilvray earlier, she's such an incredible person who moves and shakes, does so many things, is an entrepreneur to her core. And I said, Katie, do you mind if we go through this exercise? So Katie, I'm going to ask you some questions. I'd like you to imagine first just an amount of money that you're going to make in the next 3 months in Isagenix and then triple it. If you listen to this book, this is chapter 8 on money, money, money. She actually talks about this exercise and going through it with a real estate team. So Katie, I want you to imagine the money that you're going to make in the next 3 months, then I want you to triple it. And now I want you to think about why that money would matter to you and your family, your amazing girls and your husband. Why would that money matter to you?
Because that money is the opportunity to have choices, to be able to make decisions in our life that we want to make, not pulled by somebody else's agenda or timeline for what he's doing, what I'm doing. It's the ability to have more choices. And that's honestly why I started Isagenix 5 years ago, was for the choices.
I love it. Okay, so let's dig into this a little deeper. So if you had the choices, what would you be doing? If you had choice in your life, the kind of choice you're talking about, what would you be doing?
Well, the number I initially put was 10,000 because that was my goal by the end of the year, is to make 10,000. So to double or to triple that would be 30,000. That would give him the opportunity, because that's really what the drive to do all of this again for, and that's how it was when it started, was to give him the opportunity to figure out what he wanted to do with his life, not what he felt like he had to do to provide. So allow him to spend the time to figure it out without the added stress of, hey, we still have bills. Hey, we have kids who are active. We have all of these things. $30,000 is a lot of money, but in the world that we come from, an oil field, it's not a significant amount that gives you a lot of time. And so that would give us just enough time to have a little bit of breathing room through the end of the year to figure out, okay, what's our game plan, to dream, to finish some house projects, to just really spend time creating that vision together as a couple and then putting the action in.
Okay, so $30,000, you're going to get some time, but you have to spend it by the end of the year. December 31st, you have to have spent the $30,000. What are you buying? What are you doing? Where are you going?
Well, we want to take our girls to the beach. So we live near the beach now in Texas. And so we wanted to take them to the beach experiences. We wanted to be able to go do things. And so just to be able to, we like to do the angel tree at Christmas. We like to do the shoe boxes, to be able to do that kind of stuff. And I like to be able to give money away. It's like, I have a wealthy heart. I need my bank account to catch up because I like to give money away. I like to bless people, and to just know that like, that's not something that we have to stress about because it's coming out of the bank account, that I can just like freely give people, money around Christmas time, or, step in and provide something for the school, or, whatever it is. That to me is what it's all about.
I love your heart. If we had more time, guys, I would want to keep doing this with Katie till we got really specific about what it was. But I want to speak this over your life, and I want everyone to imagine this. But I am so happy and grateful the McGilvray family has gotten this incredible trip. Literally, it is a blank check trip for these girls, this beautiful family, to be able to just enjoy their time together, to have choices, so that Zach isn't on he isn't on the oil field, and he is just having an incredible opportunity to just enjoy his family and just soak it in. And just, they are just living the greatest life. I love that you have written checks to people that you astonish you. You've been able to give it. It's been so fun to watch you give and to pull out your checkbook to just bless people anonymously. They know it's you. You have so many opportunities, and just people presenting themselves to you that are truly impacted by your generosity. And so, guys, I want to just tell you, I hope that you're all feeling that for her, but I'm buzzing with excitement because I see it for your family. And so I just want you to know that if you're ever wanting to do vision casting, if you ever want to just really sit in that 17 seconds and speak it out loud. So this book is talking about how the importance of speaking it out loud. One of the things I'll tell you that I used to go walk around my house saying to my family long before it was ever true, but I would say, we're going to be at the very tippy top of this company. We're going to take so many friends along with us. We're going to have the best trips. I'm so happy for all the excitement, all the blessings that we're having. I can't believe all the people that are saying yes. It was a time when the reality did not reflect a lot of people saying yes, but I was speaking it to anyone who would listen. Trinity was a baby, and I was whispering it in her ear. Trinity, we are so grateful. We are at the tippy top of this company. We're bringing so many friends along. So many people are having so much success. We're exploding in growth. I can't believe all the people that are saying yes. We have more people than time. And I would just whisper that in her ear so I could speak it out loud. And I just want to encourage you, get to buzzing. Katie, I know we're buzzing for you. And so with that, let me introduce you guys to Katie McGilvray. Big dreaming, big doing, incredibly talented, just an unbelievable vision caster in her own right. Katie, thank you for being on the call.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to share this tool that I found. It was actually introduced to me by somebody else on the team. I can't remember what her name is. She popped into chat one day and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm using boards." Well, I am a very tech savvy person. It's what I get paid to do, strategy, implementation. That's what I do on the back end for these other entrepreneurs, 6-7-figure entrepreneurs. I take the tech, I apply the tech, we build a strategy around the tech to make their lives easier. And this is one of those tools that I wish I would have had in the beginning of my business, because I have all the things. I'm a very organized online person. I've always loved Google Drive and all the things. And I'm always like, how do we get more people to utilize tools on their phone? Because if you think about it, when you're building a business, in the pockets of your day, which is kind of my tagline, you're not on your computer. I love my computer. I have multiple screens. It's my favorite, but I'm on the go. I have 3 girls. We're involved in all the things. And so I need something that is simple, that's on my phone. And I was listening to a call a couple weeks ago, and Michael Klaus was talking about, if you have to do something once, just do it. If you have to do it again, create a system. And I thought that was so brilliant, because how many times do we repeat the same things? How many times are we going back to old messages and copying the very same verbiage that we sent to someone, specifically like the value pack? Hey, do this, this, and this, or we're trying to remember to type it out. I did that so many times. Or videos. We have Isogenics Business, and that is such a gift to us, and they're doing so many updates there. But to just have a simple link, that is also a keyboard on your phone. So you're not having to retype these things. You're not having to copy and paste. You literally type the message, and then you can pull it up at any point in time and send it. And so what I am going to share is how to do it on the desktop side of things. And I sent some of these links to leaders. So I'm going to pick a couple of people who I can see are on this call, and I'm going to try to show you from my phone. If I can't, I'll do a screen record and share it in our team page. But to show you how simple it is to put the keyboard on your phone, to put the messages in, and then just to simply send it. So I know some of you remember the days of, what was that texting app that we used to do in launches, where you would like type the message out and then you have to individually click each person and send. I can't remember what it is, but
Project Broadcast.
yes. So this is not like that. This is way better. Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, I gotta get share power. Let's try. Can somebody give me the ability to share?
I think Lauren made me the co-host. Laura, and I know Lauren's dealing with the baby. Can you make Laura, if you're here, can you? Okay, thank you.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I can, because you are already hold on.
I'm trying to.
Yep, I made it. We're good.
Perfect, thank you.
Yay, thank you. Okay. So what I'm going to show you now, before anybody looks at this and gets overwhelmed, please know we will do a training on this. So don't be like, oh my gosh, what am I looking at? But what I thought about when I create systems is I think about the categories of systems I'm creating. Very system oriented person. So when I first started, I wanted to know what I needed to do as a new associate, because I came on for the business. And so as a new associate, I need to know everything. I need to know all the things. Well, Jessica, Erica, all the leaders on this team have put together several of these messages, and it is super simple to copy and put it into boards. And so we have welcome emails. We have once you've ordered, what are your next steps? And what you can do is you can share these. So if I click share up here in the right corner, it copies it to a keyboard. Let me see if I can pull up Messenger. It may not work because my internet's slow. But anyway, I can copy and I can paste that direct thing. I don't have to go in and copy and paste the whole thing. I can just literally copy, paste, and it'll send the whole thing. It's not going to work on here tonight, but that's okay. PVC 123 broken down, new builder videos, all of the things that I think of as a builder that I wanted for my team, that I'm going to lead my people through again and again and again. I put in this right here. This one today, I had several conversations today, which was funny that we were talking about that. More people than, I know what to do with. Things they want to know most. How do I build this business in the pockets of my time? I took a screenshot of this from the 30-day plan, and I put it in here, and I told them a couple of steps. Write it down, keep track of it, take it everywhere you go, set reminders on your phone. If you're feeling stuck, reach out. Like, super simple, made it easy, and I can send it to them on my phone. The next thing, when people want to run groups, the thing I'm asked for most is content. Katie, where do you get all your content? There's 1,000 Isogenics groups you could be a part of where you can get content. Isoproduct.com, super great place to get content. I just started organizing them. What do I want people to know for the first 10 days of using this nutrition plan? Now, these need to be updated, but I just broke it down, day 1 through 10, and it's right there. Your 30-day reset your way. I don't know who sent me that, but somebody else sent me that. Groups, links to groups, graphics for the groups. So this is even really easy to share with your team. If you're having to share it multiple times, make it simple to share. You can click on any of these graphics, you can share them. It makes it so easy. In your first 30 days as a new builder, what do we want you to know? Watch the compensation plan again and again and again. Do the 30-day game plan. Like, they have redone this and it's so good. Like everything you need to know to run an Isagenix business right here. And they can have it on their phone. They can print it out. They can do whatever. The links to Isagenix business, the links to all of our groups. And all I have to do is come up here and I can send it to them via email, or I can copy the link and they have the entire board. Transformations, PVC 1, 2, 3, page, video, cart. Well, if you have people that aren't on Facebook, have a video, have a testimonial that you can pull from your phone. And what happens when you share these is it'll give them a link to this and it'll pull it up like a website. So if it's just the text shows up in the text message like you wrote it. If it has a picture or links or anything, like you could build essentially a whole website from this and it will pop up like a website and it looks incredibly professional. But there's just a couple there. And then social media content. So this is the other thing I'm asked for a lot is like, can I have some content? I'm struggling. This is a great place to take posts that did really well for you. As you're crafting posts for your new people, give them some help. Help them to know what to share, how do you, talk about the business side of things, because I feel like that's what a lot of people struggle with is like, how do I put the business out there without feeling weird? Giving them some content to run with. And I will get this updated. I kind of threw this together this weekend, but I will get this updated with more content. But as a team, if we collectively pulled all of our resources and took the time to put it into boards, I like boards, it's so duplicatable. And that's the most important part of any system that you create is 1, that you use it, 2, that other people can use it, and 3, they can tell other people how to use it. You want it to be duplicatable in your downline. And I feel like because we're in a very fast-paced society, very digitized, this is one of those things that's super easy to do. So does anybody have any questions before I show you how to create posts and things like that?
I do, Katie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because this is the elephant in the room. This was my task and I dropped the ball on this because
It's okay.
Anyway, I'm supposed to figure out how to merge all our ideas on here. And so are you going to cover that today on how we can bring all our things into one? That's what I never figured out, how to merge them. Different people's like stuff.
So how that works is you do have to have a paid member account, which right now they're running a promotion. It's $5 a month annually, which comes out to like $59. It's not expensive. And it is something that I pay for in full because I use it every day. But you have to have paid members where you add members on there, and the people that are added onto this collective board can contribute to the board and put their content on there. Or if we want it to be less sporadic, less crazy, you send it to one person puts it on there, and then you just share that link with everybody else. So that's from the research I've done. You have to have a paid account in order and be a member on that board before you can contribute to that board.
Okay. So if we didn't want everyone to have to pay that, then you're saying if because I know we created an email, I think it was teamwinboards@gmail. I think I have that. And so if everyone just sends content there, we can upload it to yours.
Yeah. We could create one for the team and then we could upload it. This can all be shared. All of this content can be shared directly to somebody else. The only thing about having a free account and sharing information is that once it's shared, you don't get the updated content unless you're a member of the board. So that's one of the things.
Well,
but you can have, so the new thing that they're rolling out with is you can have 3 boards. So let's say just the new associate, the 30-day reset content, and social media content. You can combine content on there and you can have 3 boards and you can fill it up with as much content as you want. And you can still utilize it on your phone. So even if you don't want to pay for it, there's still ways to use it. It's still very valuable on your phone. And to me, it's a lifesaver and a finger saver.
Awesome. Thank you.
I
Katie, can I ask
love
you a
it.
question?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Katie, so I have boards. Are you saying that what you have here, you could text me or text them, they would go to my boards?
Mm-hmm. So if I send
They would
you,
all, how does that work?
well, let's try it. So if I share this board with you, Miss Ann, we're going to send it to you. And let's just see if we can do this in real time. Okay. So you're going to click on that link and it should open the board in your boards.
Yep. Okay, so I click on that link. Okay, open an app. Save to my boards.
Is all the content there?
Well, yep. Okay, that was really hard. Wow. Okay, so it's all, so now I had, and maybe a lot of you other ones, I had like different, like board scripting, business training, product information, videos. Do you separate all yours out in different like
That's a good
messages,
question.
boards to teams, that kind of thing?
Okay, so yes. So within these boards,
do.
you can create, we're going to go over here to the side where it says add, and you can create folders, pages, you can add PDF documents, videos, links, all the things. So what I like to do, because I like to keep things organized, like you'll see down here, I have collagen content, nutrition content. You can create a folder and you can title the folder whatever you want. Let's see, invite scripts. And that's what that one's titled. So you go back and you look and you have invite scripts. So now what you can do is you can go in here. If it has a picture or a link that you're trying to send, you want to create a page, because inside the page, you can give it a headline, you can add the text, you can add an image, you can add links, you can even put a form in there. Like there's so many different things that you can add in here. But let's just say, you know, join us or the turkey trot. Okay, and we want to add that, and then we're going to add text, choose your pack, and then I'm going to put that in there. And you can actually pull content from other boards. So let's say that you have a really, like, you want to do the value pack content. You already know that that's in one of these. Let me think, which one's it in? Oh, I don't remember. Maybe it's in the first 30 days. I put it in here somewhere. Okay, we'll put this in here. We'll put those in there. So we wanted to see, like you wanted to build something up, you can put the content in there. And then you wanted to add an image. So we'll go to, we'll do the packs, put the packs in there. So then you can go and let's say we're done and we want to preview it. So this is what it looks like whenever people receive it. But you can build all kinds of stuff in here. So I do like to keep it organized. I didn't have time to sit and organize this today, but I would drag the things that are for brand new builders, what I'm sending to you there, or invite scripts. Like I like to keep it organized like that so that I can go in there and just send what I need and I know where it's at.
Anyone who's using boards, will you comment into the chat and just let people know how you use it or if it's made it life easier for you? This seems awesome. If you're like me, I'm constantly looking, where did I save this? Where's that? And I'm pulling from all these disjointed sources. This is awesome to have it in one place. But even more, I have a couple new people starting right now, and it's like, oh, save this on your phone, save this on your camera roll, put this here. Boards is feeling like it's going to really centralize things.
It definitely has for me, especially with the other things that I do. So I run social media for other people, and in my paid account, each client that I have has a board. And anytime I find inspiration or I'm creating stuff on the go, because I'm always on the go, I save it in there. So if I have to do their social media in real time, all I have to do is pull the picture up and then put the content in there. I can save the hashtags in there. It is super useful if you are struggling to do social media and be consistent, because there are times when you're really inspired, but you write it on the notes. So for example, I have an iPhone, I have the notes app on my phone. I have 1,000 different content cards in there that I have never looked at, that I have written and have forgotten. But with this, I can pull it up and I can just, it's done, and I can put the hashtags with it. Like, it's so easy. I've used Google Drive, I've used Trello, I've used Asana, I've used ClickUp, I've used all of these different organizational things to try to help me. Penny, I use Penny. Penny's still great, but there was nothing that I found that made my life simpler without having to spend so much time learning it. This is something you can install tonight. You can play around with it. You can send some text messages to your spouse, your best friend, and it's really comfortable to use. User-friendly is key because people don't like things to be super complicated.
Okay, Katie, so I have like your first 30 days, all those things in my boards. And so if I want to select a few of those, then how do I text those to somebody, or how do I forward what's in my boards?
Okay, so I'm going to try to do this from my phone. I'll try to show you. I had my phone on backup because it was being a little sketchy. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Holly. So I have Holly's message. Here at the bottom, I'm gonna click to send a message. Down here at the bottom, there is this little world app. If you added the keyboard on your phone, and I'll send directions for how to add the keyboard on your phone. But when you add the keyboard on your phone, this little world down here will bring up your boards. So I'm gonna pick one that's just text, because again, if you send one that's a page that has a picture, it's gonna come up as a link that they'll have to go to, like a website. But let's just say I'm gonna do the client check-in one. So right here, client check-in, and it pops up just like that. Pre-written text that I did. And this is really great if you have promotions going on. We have a launch coming up. You can edit the details. So those messages that you're sending to people, copy them and save them. Promotions that we're doing, copy and save them, because you can go back and you can reuse the content. The last thing you want to have to do is rewrite this all the time, especially around the holidays. So it's in there. And if I wanted to add a picture, I could add a picture, but that's super simple and it's done. And then I'll send it to Holly. And it's a text message.
Oh, you texted it to me? Okay, I got it.
I did.
Okay. So I have to learn how to text it from my boards.
Okay, so go to, like, you're writing the message.
Yeah.
And click the little world app at the bottom on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I did add the keyboard, but I still have like the boards messages account upgrade on the bottom. So
that's okay. But any of the written text, that's just written text, you should be able to click on, and it'll copy straight to your phone.
Okay.
Holly, on the sides, you would click like yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Katie, just as a reminder too, you can go right to boards, Holly, and you can email, text, put right into Facebook right from the boards app too, if you don't want to do it from like right from your text. So I go there a lot, especially if I'm sending it in different formats.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the boards app, let's see. So in the boards app, it's a little black and white app. I have it down here. You can click on it. It pulls up the same thing. And you can look at, let's see, all of your boards. It'll pull your boards up just like I did on my computer. And I can click on one, and let's say the exact same thing, client check-in. So I can click on that, and up at the top, it has that little box with the arrow. You can click on that and it takes you to your people. So let's say I'm going to send it to Holly again. Let's see. And it does the exact same thing. So if it's too hard to figure out the keyboard, you can use the app like Erica was saying, and you can send it directly from the app.
Love it.
I have a quick question, Katie. First of all, thank you so much for doing this. Is it best to set it up on your desktop first and then obviously download the app and log in that way so you have it in both areas, or is it something that you've set up on your phone?
It depends on how savvy you are on your phone. I set it up initially on my phone, but for mass content integration, like all the things, I did it on the desktop because I could do it a lot faster. But yes, it's a lot faster to do it that way. And once we figure out like what I'm sharing in the boards, I'll share the boards I have with the team. So y'all kind of have a foundation. But anytime you see a message in a group chat that you're like, oh, that's gold, take it. That's why we put them in there. Take it, save it, make it your own and then use it. That's the whole point of this, is to duplicate. So honestly, if you're brand new, this is the best gift we could give you. Is the easiest way to build this business is on the back of other people, through their thoughts, through their conversations, through their social media. Please make it your own, because we don't all talk the same, but this is such a simple way to start, to use the content that's being written to say, oh, well, that makes it easy. Like, and just put it out there. So you don't think too much about what you're writing, but you stay in action.
This is an amazing tool. And Katie, I love how you streamline things. I love how you make it seem easy. If I'm being vulnerable with everyone, my brain doesn't really think like this. But when the fact that this is streamlined, like Katie sent me this link and it's now, I'm just looking at my boards app, it's there. I love this. I absolutely love it. I love how Katie makes it easy. And it's, what's even more important is we talk about, it's not what we can do, it's what we can duplicate. You could bring someone in and they'd never know the friction that we felt with disparate locations of places. They would just go, this is easy. This business is easy. It's business in a box or business in a board. So I love that. So I want to thank you, Katie, for just sharing your wisdom and helping with this. And I know Michelle Stanton has been part of this, and there's some other people, Tracy May, who have some really great ideas. But listen, we can only get better with this, right? And I think we can all just enhance and upgrade it. All right, Katie, thank you. I want to just close out, guys, and I want to just speak over you. Growth, expansion, overflow, and abundance. I just want to speak it over you and your families, everyone you love. May this truly be a week where doors swing wide open for you. You're astonished and overwhelmed by the abundance and the overflow that comes into your life. May divine connections show up in your life. And I met Holly Kirsch in an airport and Ashley Chico in a nail salon. And I just speak over your life that Holly's and Ashley's may just show up. That you may have more than you can use. You may have more people than time, that people that you've wanted to do this with you just appear in your inbox, say yes, finally, that you have the courage and the presence of mind to just say, I'm going to give. I really want to see an experience in your life where you just feel in service. It's not about us, it's about service, what we can gift to other people. I just speak that abundance and overflow into your families, people you love, in your honor. May they just feel unexpected miracles and supernatural blessings. May they see them. May you experience them. And I just speak that over every one of you. And I just hope that you feel just in the center of that purpose, passion, blessing, and favor. You see unprecedented favor everywhere you look. Denise, I really get that from you every morning. I start almost every morning with Denise sending a message to a group thread that we're in, just with her thanking God for breath, for the day. It's still dark when she's sending me this text message with a picture of her out in a reflector vest, her winter hat on. It's 25, 30, 35 degrees all through the year, any temperature, could be 100 degrees, and she's out there. And I just want to just encourage you. I mean, I'm personally emulating Denise, where she gets up before dawn and starts thanking God for breath in her lungs, starts thanking God for other people. And I'm speaking that over every one of you, thanking God for each of you, for your lives, for the center of purpose, for unprecedented favor. May you experience it. Guys, I believe so much that we speak what we seek until we see what we've said. I got away from it personally, but I'm back to it. I'm back to buzzing with excitement over your lives. I'm seeing the McGilvray family in freedom, in choice, and in flow at the beach with all decisions, just that they now have a whole new option level. Thank you guys so much. I'm speaking it over each of you. May it continue. We'll see you here next week. May we have a great week, everybody.